Are we going? I think we're going. Okay. I am working out all of my technical stuff, so give me a minute. I forget which screen I'm supposed to look at. Oh my gosh. You see an elbow. Oh, good. We have visual. You see me. Can you hear me? I need to make sure my audio is good. Hi, hi, hi. Yes, you can hear me. Okay. Oh, that is good to know. We have audio, we have video. All righty. Yes, I'm live. Woohoo! Oh, I'm so glad. Okay. Well, that's all I worry about. As long as you can see me and hear me, you know, I can just make something up as for what we're doing. I don't really care about that as long as our technical part is good. I need me a technical department like Barb has, but yeah, I don't have that. Okay, yeah, nice surprise. Okay, here's what happened. Last night, I got in bed, and I was scrolling through my phone as I usually do right before I go to bed. I don't know why, it's just what I do. And I was scrolling through YouTube, and there was a little notification that said Craft and Mama was live. And I went, oh, okay. So I went over and watched her live video for a few minutes and thought, okay, this is so fun. I need to do a live video. So it was like literally laying in bed last night watching her live video. I just decided, ooh, I'll do a live video tomorrow morning. So, I figured it would take me until about noon to get it all together. But I like bolted out of bed at 7:15. I was ready to go by 8 o'clock. But I put it off for a couple of hours because I thought, oh dang, some people are going to be in bed. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad people show up. It just always makes me nervous. I have a feeling I'm just going to be sitting here talking to myself, which, wouldn't be any big deal. I'm pretty used to it, but it's always more fun when there's someone to talk to. Okay, good morning. Hey, Dawn. Okay, what am I making? I don't know. I think I'm going to make a junk journal out of junk mail because I've been, oh, hey, Krissa. I'm so glad to see you again. Oh, I'm so glad y'all are here. Okay. Yeah, I've been hoarding junk mail. I know I'm supposed to be downsizing and destashing and, getting rid of stuff. And look what I'm doing. I know. I've put a stop to it. This is all I've collected and all I'm going to collect. So I have a little junk mail. And I have done this before on a video. I know I have a video for this, but I thought, oh, what the heck, I'll do it again because, it's fun and it's easy. So I went, oh, hey, Ann. Yep, you can watch later. I believe this automatically records and YouTube will save it for me. So hopefully that's will work out. Over 50 people watching? Oh, whew, no pressure there, right? Oh, God. And then Donna's here. Well, there goes the neighborhood. Oh, I'm so glad y'all are here. Okay, let's figure out what to do. Oh, okay, I decided I'd do yet another one of these silly junk mail journals because I did one last night, and this is it. It started out like this, and then I just really kind of went nuts on this one painting technique, so I did it on every single page because it was fun and it was relaxing and it was repetitive and I liked it. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with this, but I just love the way it turned out. It just makes me happy to go through it And I like it. So I think I'll make another one, and then maybe do the covers in this technique and not just the whole thing. Okay, and then after I did this, I did some random pieces of junk mail, and I found an envelope. So I did this same little painting thing on this envelope, but then I went in with a black pen and traced the stenciling. Can you see? So it's almost like I doodled it, but I didn't. I just traced it. Cheater, cheater. So super easy, super fun. So that's what we're gonna do. And really, I just wanted to come in and just kind of chat with y'all. And oh, hey Jen. Oh look, Victor. Oh, it would not be a live stream without Victor. I'm so glad you're here. But what do I do with it? Well, Donna Joy, I poke your eyes out with it. That's what I do with it. All right, so yeah, I really just wanted to kind of socialize, which is weird. I never want to socialize, never. But for some reason, I was in the mood today, so I've got my computer right in front of me so that I can watch the chat. And, you know, it's hard to keep up with, but that's okay. I'm going to do my best. This is actually a pretty good setup. I'm at my kitchen table, which is not super convenient because I have to clear the whole thing off to set it up. But it's got good light. This is just natural light from the windows, and I think it's good. And I've got enough room to put my computer here. And this is my second cup of coffee, so I'll just apologize in advance for that. Okay, here's what I did. Went through my junk mail and opened up. This was an envelope from something. Cut it open. These are, you know, inserts from people who want to give us a credit card or something, and I've just layered them in here. There's another envelope, more inserts. Oh, this one, you know what? See, this envelope was a reply envelope, so it hasn't been used. And so I think what I'm going to do, this is the gummy part. I'm going to lick it. Oh, there we go. I licked it, and then I can stick this on there. And then it's like a little flap. Okay, there we go. Oh, it doesn't have very good gummy on it. I'll lick it again. Maybe I licked it too much. Look, I can't operate an envelope. Hey, Hanny. Hey, y'all. Oh, I'm so glad everyone's here. Okay, so when all else fails, glue. There we go. Problem solved. But now you've got a little something on your envelope flap. There you have it. So I'm just going to do a simple standard binding on here. Nothing fancy. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. And I need to poke some holes. So I'm going to put the lid on my glue. Grab my ruler. And just kind of sort of measure, but not really. Really, the ruler's just to kind of space them evenly. It doesn't have to be measured. This is like 9.5. So what's half of 9.5? Okay, half of 9 is 4.5. So half of 9.5 is 4 1/4. So right there, 4 and 3/4, oh crap. 4.5 and 4.5 is 9. So 4 3/4 and 4 3/4 is 9.5. Oh my gosh. Maybe I could make this just a little bit harder for us. How about I do it like this? You know what? How about we do it like this? We fold it in half. And there is the center. Okay, problem solved. Okay, now I can do, I think I want to do a, I don't even know what it's called. I can't math either, as I have demonstrated. I cannot math. But I think I want to do a, what do you call it, like a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. That's what I did on this one. I'm not even sure if that's what it's called, but that's what I'm going to call it. So let's go in about, I want 5 holes. There's my first one. And on the ends, I'm going to come in about a 1/2 inch off the ends and make one there and one there. And then about halfway between those is going to be right there. And right, I don't know, right there. Okay, good enough. There we go. There we go. Make sure these are poked all the way through and wound up. I just repoked that one, so that's okay. That means that first one's just an air hole. You know, it has to breathe. Now, we will do this. Got me a needle. I think this is a tapestry needle. And some waxed linen. And let's do about 1, 2.5 lengths. And this already covered in glue. Okay. Yeah. Hey Veronica. Welcome everybody. We're making a junk journal out of junk mail, and then we're going to paint it. So, starting in the center. I have, like, my book cradle is over there sitting on the table, but I'm too lazy to go pick it up, so we'll just do this. There we go. You start in the center, you leave a little tail, then you go up to the next hole. That's the one I poked to, so I'll just pick one. There we go. Up through this next one. It's that, you know, up, down, super easy, nothing fancy. It's junk mail for Pete's sake. Back down through this one. Back down through the middle. And just keep going, up, down, up, down. go. And try not to split my threads. Okay. See, every hole, every space is filled on the back. And then this one, they're all done except here. You tie it off here, and then that makes that one done. That just made no sense. Y'all can see, right? You see what I'm doing. And we're done. 5-hole pamphlet stitch or something. Now we have our junk mail junk journal with fold out. Super easy, right? Okay. Now let's paint it. Okay. So, if you're just joining us, I'm going to paint it kind of sort of like this that I did yesterday, which is fun and easy and not fancy at all. Okay. Hey Renee, I'm so glad you're here. You're not late. It's all good, girl. Okay. And hi Becky. Here's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use some really not fancy paint brushes. These are some old stipple brushes I had, and I used them yesterday simply because they are big enough to cover a lot of area and I get in a hurry. So I'm going to use that. And these are the paints I pulled out. And okay, I didn't really pay attention to the color so much as the brand because I thought, oh, how fun just to do like get a whole bunch of paints that are all different brands and all different qualities and use those. So we run the gambit on paint. We have craft paint, Americana craft paint in Purple Cow. We have Matisse Flow paint in Southern Ocean Blue, which is phthalo turquoise. We have this Tuesday Morning 99-cent eco-friendly acrylic paint in Lime. And Sargent Art acrylic in Cadmium Orange Hue. Daler Rowney in Yellow Ochre. Golden Titanium White. Pearl Studio Quality in Cadmium Yellow Light Hue. And hey Rosemary, look, I'm live. I got a wild hair today. And Golden Fluid Acrylic in Quinacridone Magenta. I said that wrong, didn't I? Quinacridone. Quinacridone? Yeah, close enough. And Liquitex Acrylic Ink in Carbon Black. So, those are my weird, totally don't go together colors in totally don't go together qualities and consistencies. But look, they turned out nice, right? Yeah. So see, you can just use what you have. You can use, you know, craft paint. You can use really good paint, whatever. Use what you got. This is what I got. This is what I'm using. So I'm going to start out getting my little water thing right here. and my paper towels. And I'm going to open this out and just do the cover. And you know what? I'm going to glue this down because this is going to bother me. And, oh, Lady True North is here. Hey, girl. Okay. Gluing those little flaps down so they don't drive me nuts. And I'm going to take a stipple brush, and let's start with yellow ochre. I just love yellow ochre, and I don't know why. It's not a particularly pretty color. Oh, something happened. What happened? I think I moved something. Oh dear. Hang on, hang on. Make sure I didn't get disconnected. Nope, I'm still connected. Okay. Sorry about that. I think my arm bumped my thing or something. My mouse. Just tells me I need to put it down here. Alrighty. Here we go. Let's paint. Okay. Good. You're still there. Thank you, Dawn. That's what I need to know. You were here, I wasn't. Or I was here, but you weren't. I don't know. Something happened. All right. I dampened my brush just a little bit because this paint's kind of thick. And now I'm going to carefully and precisely apply my paint. Like so. No gesso. Oh my gosh. This is junk mail. No gesso. You can gesso if you want. I'm not, not dissing gesso. I'm just saying it's junk mail. Gesso's expensive. Okay, now let's do orange. Or cadmium orange hue. Whatever that means. Oops. I'm just going to go everywhere. No, I didn't rinse my brush. These colors are close enough. Same color family. It's all good. Okay, here's the trick for doing this. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Because, this is a lot of paint and a lot of pages. I did this in one sitting. I didn't do one page and let it dry and then do the other page. I literally, slap the paint on here, turn the page, slap the paint on here, turn the page, slap the paint. And, you're thinking, oh my God, that's acrylic paint. They're going to stick together. A little bit, yeah, maybe. But if you do it, you almost like dry brush it on. They won't stick, or it won't be bad. It'll just be good enough to give you some texture, So that's kind of what I'm doing. Just kind of, rub it in, almost dry brush it on. Then you can do a whole thing like this in one sitting without, waiting for pages to dry. Because I don't have the patience for that. I just don't. So that's what we're doing. Now let's do this purple acrylic. I'll get me a different brush. Purple, there we go. Precisely applied. Okay. Now, let's go with this weird green. I picked up a bunch of these paints at Tuesday morning. I'd say, I don't know, like 3 years ago? I'm not sure. They were 99 cents. And just yesterday, I had to throw out like 3 or 4 of them because they got weird and funky. But I've really got my 99 cents worth. But it's just kind of crappy paint. But, you know, that's okay. It doesn't have a long shelf life. But considering the price, it was all good. Ooh, I don't have my apron on. I might ought to do that. Okay, now we have green. All right, I'm going to grab my apron right quick because these fluid acrylics tend to fling everywhere. Come on. Okay, got it. Now what color? I think next I'm going to do this quinacridone magenta or whatever. And you know, like this. It just takes a tiny little bit of this because it's, you know, it's good paint. I love this color. Okay. And now this is one of my favorites. This Matisse Flow Southern Ocean Blue, and I'm almost out. You know, Mike Not Jerry needs to send me some more of this because I got this at Jerry's Autorama and I absolutely love it. Did you hear that, Mike Not Jerry? You know, as if you're watching. Southern Ocean Blue. I could really use some more of this. And if you send it, I promise that I will say really nice things about you. Even if I have to make them up, I will say nice things. All right. And, oops, it's another one of those good ones, so you only need a little bit. And I know that if you're a painter or you have a fine art background of some kind, you're probably breaking out in hives watching me. Sorry about that, but you know what? It's just how I roll. And like nature abhors a vacuum, Shannon abhors white space. So I tend to fill it all in. And then last, I saved the yellow, this cadmium yellow light hue for last, because it just makes the whole thing happy. I don't know what it is about adding just a little touch of yellow to your paint things, but it just brightens it up and makes it happy. Oh, I know, Donna, right? We could so hang with Mike, not Jerry. He would have fun with us. I know it. Okay. A little happy yellow. See? Doesn't this side look happier than the other side? Happy, not happy, happy, not happy. Okay, maybe it's just me, but I see it. All right, there we go. Now, that is my colorful mess. Stick these in my water. Move it out of my way so I don't drink it. And, okay, now the fun part. Or, I think the fun part. I used some stencils. And this is not something that I do a whole lot of, mainly because I'm such a spaz with stencils. I don't know what it is. You know, I mean, yeah, I can use them, but every time I do, I feel like I don't really use them successfully. If that makes sense. I feel like I could have done better, you know, even if it's just a mixed media, you know, not trying to get a perfect print thing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just not confident with stencils, but I found that this works for me. Here's what I'm going to do. Oh, okay. I have to clean off one of my brushes. I forgot. I was supposed to keep one clean, and I didn't. Oh, I was supposed to keep two clean, and I didn't. All right. That's okay. Let's get those out of there. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, this stencil, which I got from I don't know where. It's either Joggles or DecoArt. I can't remember. I'm feeling like it might be Joggles, but I don't know. Anyway, very cool stencil. It looks like some of my doodles, right? So I think that's why I was drawn to it. I can doodle without actually doodling. All right. Now, here, oh yeah, Renee, those paper towels are they'll end up in something. They're looking pretty good. I'm gonna put some of this black acrylic ink on my little plastic thing here. You can use your craft mat or whatever you have. Then I'm gonna take one of my stencil brushes, and I found that, okay, this works really well for me. If I thin the paint out, which this is already thin and watery, and then just lightly brush through it like so. And you know, normally you wouldn't use really watery paints through a stencil because it would seep under. But I am kind of, again, just dry brushing it on there. So it does just fine. And this kind of helped with some of my weird Stencil anxiety. I don't know why I have stencil anxiety. Of all things to get anxiety about. Yeah, it's stencils. So you lift it up and look, that just looks great, doesn't it? And that was just with a crappy brush and watery acrylic ink, or you can water down paint, whatever. And then just kind of dry brush it on there. And I think it looks great. So we do that. Then we follow up with this stencil, which again, I am not sure. It is either deco art or joggles. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to crawl down my throat. This would look really good if you took like a white paint pen, a fine paint pen, or a white gel pen and traced around it, you know, and made it doodly-er. But I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use this same brush. I'm going to use some golden titanium white. You just use what you got. Squeeze some out. And this stencil is sturdier. It's not as delicate as this one, so I don't have to have the paint quite as thin and don't have to be quite as careful. But I still want to kind of, here's what I'm doing over here. Dipping it in the paint and kind of wiping it off so I can dry brush. And, oops, okay, don't move. Rule number 1 of stenciling, don't move it. There you go. And it just pops off of there. And a little more. Hey Gina. Hi Lotta. Hi, oh gosh, who else has showed up? Lots of people. I'm going to scroll through the chat in just a minute. And we'll just chit chat. Here. That little spot right there. You know, God forbid, should I leave a naked spot? I just can't have that. And here. Voila! Super cool, right? Hi, Peg. Hey, Jane. Okay. Now, stick those in the water. There we have it. The background made from, okay, Leslie, what is the background made from? Regular envelopes like the pages. Are you talking about this? This is a window envelope. And this is all junk mail. That's all it is. And then we just painted the living daylights out of it and stenciled successfully. All right, now I'm going to doodle on it. Well, first I'm going to get rid of this blob of paint. I'm going to put it right there so that I can stick my arm in it later. You know what? I think I probably ought to dry this a little bit. Let me hit this with my heat gun. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. That'll help. All right. Now, that is relatively dry. So now we can doodle. Do I need to zoom in? I might need to zoom in. Let me see if I can manage to do that on the fly. Here we go. Ooh, ooh, look at me zoom. How's that? Are we still focused? Yes. Okay. All right. Okay, now let's doodle. So see, if you're not a doodler, this is perfect. Use your stencils and trace them. I'm going to use, this is one of the best pens ever. It is an Oto, I guess, OHTO graphic liner. This is the 1.0, the big fat one. And you can get it at Jet Pens. And I got the whole, they have them in a set that has, you know, like 4 or 5 different size tips. But that's what this is. And it's sort of like a rollerball tip. This will write over pretty much anything. It will write on Mod Podge. It will write on paint. It doesn't get gunked up easily. If it does, you know, you just do this and it ungunks, and it's just a fabulous pen. Once it dries, it's permanent, but it is, you know, this is the 1.0, so it's thick and juicy, so I have to be careful not to run my hand through it until it dries. So then you just literally trace all of these lines, or not trace them, but I guess outline them. And it just looks super cool, or I thought it did. And I did this last night while I was watching TV. You know, I mean, you don't have to think. It's just super quick and easy. So you can do it while you're sitting on the couch and chilling. Let's get over here. Okay, we're good, we're good, okay. You remember back in the day on, I guess it was IRC, when we used to chat, and then anytime someone would say your name in the chat, and when they would type it out, you would get a ding. It would ding. And I loved that because, you know, it grabs your attention. You're like, oh, somebody needs my attention. They said my name. YouTube needs to figure out how to make that happen so that when y'all are chatting, if someone says Shannon, then I'll hear a ding and I can look up and see. So yeah, they need to take a lesson from that, some of those old school chats, because that was super helpful. But now I get in the zone and then I forget to even look up and see what's going on. Oh, Victor's showing off with his ability to speak more than one language. I'm so jealous of anyone who can speak more than one language. I can barely speak the one correctly. Okay. Hey, Mary Terry, I'm so happy to see you too. Oh, there we go. I just love this kind of mindless stuff like this. Don't have to think, you just do. But when you're done, it looks really cool. I just love that. There should be more of that in life. See, the pattern is kind of funky because, you know, I moved the stencil around and I turned it, and there's layered it on top of each other. So you just kind of choose what you want to trace and go with it. Doesn't matter if it's the right pattern or not. There we go. Haha. Where can you order these pens? Shirley. Jetpens.com. Excuse me. Order them from JetPens. OHTO graphic liner. This is the fat 1.0, but they have them in all nib sizes. They're nice and juicy when you write with them, and they, well, that one didn't. If they're wet, they will smudge, but once they dry, they're permanent. And they write on top of everything. These are great pens. And tell Jet I said, hey, what's up? I love Jet pens. This is a great stencil for tracing. There we go. You love the word nib. Oh, that's so funny because I do too. It's just something super cool about nib. There we go. So what do you think? Pretty cool, pretty easy, right? And see the when you add the black outlines, see how it just kind of makes everything pop? And then all those pretty colors underneath are peeking through. And they were weird colors. Like they didn't all go together, but they work in a situation like this. And if you do like I said, keep your brush kind of dry, you won't make mud because they don't really blend. They sit on top of each other. Some areas it gets a little weird and I can't tell what the pattern is, so then you just make it up. That's how you deal with that. And I'm not worried about being exact, staying in the lines. Nope. There we go. Yes, it does. It adds just that perfect finishing touch. You are so right, Gina. So, me and Rosemary Morris are going to be doing a trashy junk journal class at Canvas Corp here in a few weeks, which is very exciting. And that's just the first. We'll have more. And several people have asked about doing like a weekend workshop mini retreat thing because they live too far away to travel in for just one class. So I'm thinking, heck yeah, I can get all over that. So y'all just stay tuned for more exciting things like that coming up. I don't know what all we'll do, but whatever it is, it's going to be fun, right? Am I boring, you have to do? I feel like this is really boring, but I mean, it's super soothing for me. But probably not a whole lot of fun to watch. That's okay. I'll just visit with each other while I make lines. There we go. Kind of in the mood to watch something on Netflix today, but I don't know what. We watch a lot of Netflix, if you haven't figured that out yet, because that's about all we do for entertainment. We rarely go to the movies or anything. I would rather just sit home in my jammies and watched. Hey, Samara. You're watching from the hospital. How are you feeling? Did everything go well? I hope it did. All right. Almost there. So I have been watching more YouTube videos lately. Again, you know, when life got strange, I just didn't have the time or really just the desire, you know. I had so much other stuff on my mind. But there's a lot of new channels out there doing some really great stuff. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to do another shout out video or something pretty soon because I've stumbled across some super fun channels. Just need something right there. See, there's not really that pattern right there, but I put it there anyway just because I thought it needed to be there. And West Wing kick on Netflix. You know, I've not seen The West Wing. From what I understand, it was very good. I don't know why I've never bothered to watch it. We watched House of Cards. That's really good. What did we watch the other day? It was so funny. Schitt's Creek. Okay, that was entertaining. And I haven't even checked to see when the new episodes of Orange is the New Black come out. I mean, they're usually like around this time of year, but I've not seen anything. And then I saw something the other day that said, oh, this is not Netflix, it's HBO, but it's another one we watched. Yes, Schitt's Creek is hilarious. That was so fun. What's that other show we watch? Game of Thrones. Oh, we're total Game of Thrones geeks. And it'll be here in July. Okay. There is the cover of our junk mail journal. Pretty awesome, right? And then I can go in, I can paint these pages, I can stick stuff to them, I can do whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't necessarily have a plan yet, but I think I'm going to make it strictly all junk mail. I could go through and make some pockets out of these, or some tags, or something, you know, with these inserts. I don't know, but I have options. Lots and lots of options. And I can use some of the papers that I did yesterday. These were some I was playing with. This is kind of how I discovered this. This is all junk mail, so these are envelopes. And I was just throwing paint on them and doing different, oh, we need to paint that one. Doing different stuff. You know, what did I like better? The black on top of the white on top of the black. So that is what I did there. This is just unacceptable. Let's do something here. Okay, all of my brushes are soaking wet. That's all right. Let's dry them off, sort of. Just get the loose paint out. See, yes, this is going to be awesome. And that's kind of the trick. If you use a roll of paper towels to wipe your brushes off and there's acrylic paint, you know, if you leave it rolled up like this, it's going to dry and stick together. So when I'm through, I pull this out, roll it out like this, and lay it out to dry, and then roll it back up and reuse it next time until it gets like I want it. I seriously have a method for my painty paper towels. Okay, don't tell anyone. What was I going to do? Oh, we were going to paint this. That's right. Let's zoom back out a little bit. Just a bit. Oh, that's good. That'll work. Yeah. Okay. Say July. Why do I need to say July again? Did I say it funny? I don't know. Are you making fun of my accent? Is that it? I forget about that sometimes. Oh, Deb the RN. Okay, Deb, I didn't even think about doing a live video until I was watching Crafted Mama last night. I was laying in bed watching, and I was having so much fun just, you know, chatting and watching her work. And then I thought, I need to do a live video. So that's exactly how that came about. I woke up this morning and went, I'm going to do a live video. So yeah, here we are. Okay, let's do this one in case you missed the whole painty technique thing. Let's just do it again. Okay. Have I gone over an hour already? I don't know. Oh well, that's all right. There we go. Yellow ochre, or as I like to call it, yellow okra, because I'm easily entertained. Orange, orange. Make it a thing, Dawn. Dawn, I have tried numerous times to do live videos and make it a thing, and I fail every time. It's a thing for about twice in a row, and then that's it. I do not have good stick-to-itiveness. All right, this was cadmium orange hue. What's the name of the pens you can put multi-colors in, like 4 different colors? Oh, Erica, there's several brands of those. If you look up multi-pen, you'll find there's several different brands, and they all have, you know, their own refill, or not refill things, but ink colors you can select to put in them, if that's what you're talking about. I have a couple of them. I thought I would like really use them a lot. I don't. I don't know why, but I don't. Maybe because I don't use colors of ink a lot. I'm not sure. I don't know. I am a little fickle. Okay, green, lime green in super cheap, eco-friendly Tuesday morning paint that after a while separates and will not go back together. I'm telling you, I shook one of these tubes. It seemed like forever yesterday because it had separated, you know, it had the real watery stuff on top and then all the thick pigment in the bottom. It would not recombine. So guess what I did? Tossed it in the trash. What kind of brushes? Kathy, I am using stipple brushes, which I believe are still available. These were really popular back in the rubber stamping days. And I think Marvy still makes them. They come in different sizes. This is kind of the small one. So that's what they are, stipple brushes. Ohto, O-H-T-O. Yes, that is the correct name for the pen that I used. All right. Ooh, look at me all keeping up with chat and stuff. Woohoo. Purple. Perfect randomness. I'm so glad you stopped by, Lotta. Thanks so much. All the way from Finland. And this blue. Oh, the purple was Purple Cow from Americana. You know, if you're taking notes. This one is Matisse Flow acrylic in Southern Ocean Blue. And I feel certain that Mike Not Jerry is just going to send me another tube because I need it. No other reason. I need it. You adore Tuesday morning? I adore Tuesday morning too. It's like a treasure hunt there. You just never know what you're going to unearth. Golden fluid acrylics in quinacridone magenta, or something like that. I'm sure I'm not saying it right. Oh, have fun, Rosemary. I bet you're going to find some good stuff. I love library sales. Got to be careful adding blobs of red like this, because it can end up looking a little bit like blood splatter, you know. It's not really the look I'm going for. And some yellow, cadmium yellow light hue. Okay, now we have happy junk mail. Did I have that I had that corner folded over, didn't I? How funny. Okay. Alrighty. Now, let's stencil. Hey, Debbie. I'm so glad you stopped by. All right. Let's see. Just put that sucker back on there, and now my brush is really wet, so I'm going to try to dry it as much as I can so I don't get too much seepage. Okay, Liquitex Carbon Black Liquid Ink. I might have enough already on there. And then gently brush it through the delicate little stencil. This was a window envelope, and I took the window out of it, and I don't know why. I just felt like taking the window out. So I did. Okay, I think that's good. Oops. There we go. Oh, ooh, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And, oh, hey, Vicky. There is Cajun Stamper Vicky. All right, put that away. Now I'm going to dry off my white brush and then do the same white thing. I wonder, you know what, let me see if I have a white pen handy. We might do this one different. I don't know that I do. And Lord knows I don't want to go searching for one, because I will probably never find it. I still don't have everything unpacked and put away. I'm giving myself 2 years, okay? I'm going to use the "we just moved in" excuse for 2 years minimum. So, you know, when things don't get done, that's going to be my pat excuse. Look, I've got 2 white pens. I don't know if either one are going to work on this, but we're going to find out. All right. Let's see. I don't know. This is the Uniball Signo white gel pen that everyone uses. Mine have been sitting for a while. Sometimes if you tap the nib, it'll get your gel pens flowing again. Oh, that's flowing. Yeah. Let's see if it'll write on all this acrylic. Oh, it's not giving me any issues, so maybe it will. Okay, it looks like that's going to work. Shall I zoom in? You gave yourself 5 years, Judith? Maybe that would make more sense for me. You know, I don't want to rush these things. Going a little closer this time. Okay, am I still focused? Apparently I am. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to look good. I may not do the whole thing while we're sitting here because there's a lot of area to cover. And if, you know, you were a less anal retentive fussy person, you could just go in and highlight certain ones and not the whole thing, but that would drive me insane. I have to do them all. So I'm going to. We should call this doodling with a stencil or something, right? Stencil doodle. Still in the frame? I forget. Pen. This pen is the Uniball Signo white gel pen, the 1.0 size, which you can pick up also at Jet Pens or pretty much anywhere. These are not difficult to find nowadays. I love swirlies. Swirlies and circles are just, I don't know why I really like those shapes, but I do. There's just something soothing about them. Oh yeah, that does look good, doesn't it? See, this is the kind of thing, you just make up a bunch of these ahead of time, and then you sit on the couch and you watch your favorite TV show, and then you doodle your lines. There we go. That is going to look really, really good. Okay. What am I planning on using this painted envelope for? I don't know, but when I figure that out, I'm going to be so glad that I have a big stack of painted envelopes. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to figure it out someday, and I'm going to be like, oh, thank God. I spent that whole day making random painted envelopes. So yeah, I don't have a plan for them. Plan always comes later. I just do first and then figure it out later. But it seems like, you know, something always comes up. Now, later it could be 5 years from now, you know, but that's all right. This one's really hard to tell where the pattern is. That's all right. Missed that one. So we've got the idea, right? I need to enable the super chat feature on my channel. Okay, Leslie, I saw that when I was getting stuff set up, and I haven't done the live stream thing in so long. I don't know what that is. What is the super chat thing? I need to be educated or clued in. Yeah, because the last time I did the live video thing, it was still in beta. And so when I went to get it all set up today, everything looked totally different. And I kind of panicked. But it worked. It was actually much easier to do now than it was in the beta version. Later, Debbie. So glad you could stop by. I could give some away in a drawing when I hit 30,000 subscribers. Because I had big plans to do that with 20,000. And you know what? It didn't happen because life got weird. I'm just so reluctant to plan anything these days because every time I do, something happens and my plans totally fall through. Just completely. So I'm kind of shell-shocked on the making plans thing. I don't want to commit to anything. This is really messy, but it works, you know. It really works. It doesn't have to be all perfect and pretty. Okay. Super chat, where people can make donations to your channel while I'm live streaming. Oh, they took away the the channel support whatever. Oh, well, I didn't know that. Well, that would be kind of cool because I could definitely use that. Thank you, Leslie. I will make sure that I do that next time because that could be a cool thing. Kind of like public television. If you like what you see, support this channel. I could be my own public television station. That was a low-flying helicopter. Did y'all hear that? It sounded kind of really low-flying. Amen, Leslie. Yes, we do. That would be kind of cool if, you know, there was a way to have like your own channel on YouTube. Okay, well, seriously, I guess technically we do have our own channels, but I mean like a TV channel where you can have shows and different people can broadcast. I guess technically that is possible, but it's just not easy to do. Because, you know, if I had my own YouTube channel that was like a TV channel, I would definitely have a program with some YouTube friends, and like we would call ourselves, our program would be called Sassy, because we are the speckled armed social society of YouTube. And it would be all of my YouTube friends who are, you know, about my age and rocking the speckled arm syndrome that comes with maturity. But we have lots to offer. So we would call ourselves Sassy. And we would proudly display our speckled arms on our videos and do cool stuff that would make all those young people jealous. Yeah. I think it could be a thing. Yes, network. That's the word I was looking for, Gina. Not channel, network. The Sassy Network. We would rock our speckled arms, and it would be awesome. Oh my God. No, Dawn. Dawn, you can totally join. No matter what age you are, if you have got these speckledy, age-spotted arms, you're in like Flam. And it would help, you know, if you had like the dry, crusty cuticles and sweat running down your forehead from menopause. Yeah, those are the requirements. Okay. Am I still in frame? Okay. I forget that I'm filming sometimes. I don't know what happened there. All right. Okay. Oh, God. You know, Vicki, this... I just get disgusted every time I look at my hands. because they used to be kind of cute. You know, when I was younger, I thought, oh, they're not bad. They're not ugly. And now I look down and I see my grandmother's hands. And I just don't understand how that could have happened so quickly. But it did. You know, and then I remember back, and of course when I was young, when I was growing up, we were not that big into sunscreen like they are now, you know. We were slathering our bodies with Crisco and laying out in the sun because, you know, we were stupid and didn't know. And sometimes I think, oh man, if I had just known then that suntan was going to turn into freckles and age spots, I would have stayed out of the sun. Well, okay, no, I wouldn't have. You know, that sounds nice, sounds like a great thing to say, but yeah, I probably would have done it anyway, because young people today know the dangers of being out in the sun, and they still do it, because we're young, and, you know, we just don't think about how this is going to affect us later. I mean, even if it's not just the skin cancer danger, you know, it's the freckles and the age spots, and this is all from sun, because I never had freckles ever as a young person, and now I'm just covered in them, and it's sun damage. But I would like to think I would have done things differently, but I wouldn't have. Oh yes, the crooked fingers with the arthritis knots. Yeah, loving those arthritis knots. Things your mama doesn't tell you. And if she does, you ignore her. This is fun and soothing. Sunscreen is considered medicine. Oh, dang. That is, yeah, I don't know why that surprises me, but it kind of does. Kinda, sorta. I can't see what the pattern is here, so we're making it up. And I don't know what I was doing there. Okay. I'm kind of over this now. Can you tell? Okay, I'm over it. I just want it to be done so that I can move on to, I don't even know what. I don't have anything else planned. But I just really want this to end. I'm almost there. Even fun things get unfun after a while. Okay. See, these things are always fun live, but you know, you record them and then you upload the recording, and they're not as fun because really nobody wants to sit and watch, you know, a 2-hour recorded live video. I mean, do you get that? Do you get where I'm coming from? Because I don't. Do y'all watch recordings of live videos when they're like an hour or 2 hours long? Because I don't. I mean, sometimes I'll like scroll through it a little bit, but I just can't make myself sit there and watch the recording. Now I can participate live and sit there for 2 hours and, you know, and chat and do that. I can definitely go there. But watching the recording, I don't know. I guess I just don't have the attention span for it or something. They put it on video and they art along. That's what I should do, but I don't. There we go. Well, I'm glad to know that some of y'all do put it on for background noise or, you know, to art along with. I just don't. Of course, I sometimes fast forward through a 5-minute video. Because, you know, 5 whole minutes. I just don't have time for that. I don't have time. Can't do it. Okay. Now, how's that? I think that turned out really cool. And that was just tracing a stencil, y'all. You could probably do this over painted background papers that maybe you really didn't like. You know, they're just kind of, or ugly scrapbook paper, you know, because you've got those, there's always in a scrapbook paper pad you buy, there's always, you know, at least a couple of patterns you don't really like. I wonder what this would look like over that. Bet you could do it. Put the two side by side, yeah. Let's see. There, option 1, option 2. So there we go. Can you see that? Oh, here. No. Pretty cool, huh? And, you know, really it was very little effort, very little time, just a handful of acrylic paints, any kind, really any color, and a fat messy brush, a couple of stencils, and some black and some white paint, and some pens, a couple of pens. This is not difficult. So, there we go. Okay, so what else? Should I end it here? Oh, these would make great fabrics, wouldn't they? Oh, heck yeah. Oh, no. I've always had ideas about, you know, designing fabrics or, you know, putting my doodles on papers or whatever, but effort. I'm so inherently lazy. I'm just like, yeah, not gonna do it. Hey, Kat. Well, okay, you're not technically late to the party because, you know, I'm recording. You skim through it later and it'll be like you were here. Yeah, they do have kind of a boutique looking thing going on. I didn't make these stencils. I bought these stencils somewhere that I can't remember where, but I have made my own before, and I've decided it's more trouble than it's worth, honestly. Victor, I'm so glad you were here. I hope to see you again soon, and you have a great weekend too. Bye, Vicky. Okay, so I guess I should probably end it here, and maybe I will figure out something else to do for next weekend. I don't know, or not, you know. Can't commit to anything right now because stuff happens. I've checked out Spoonflower, Gina, and it looks really cool, but again, it's effort. You know, it's the scanning, the uploading, the cleaning it up, that whole thing. That is where I get bogged down and I don't want to mess with it. It's the same reason why I have trouble listing stuff on Etsy. I just don't want to take the stupid pictures and the time to upload it. And, you know, again, 5 whole minutes that I am not willing to spend. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, y'all, this has been so fun. Thank you so much for taking the time to show up here on your Saturday morning or whatever time or day it is where you are. I appreciate it. I'm going to fumble around until I figure out how to turn this off because that's what I do every time. But y'all have a great weekend and take care. And hopefully there'll be more videos coming up soon. Bye. Oh, that's not right. See, look, it's been so long, I've forgotten how to end it right. The end.